Here with Evan Fukuhara to preview the upcoming weightlifting season. And as we record this, just a few days away from the first official competition of this season. Wanted to talk a little bit about your background first. From Sacramento, California. How did you get kind of in touch with Concordia, and how did this become the place for you to be for college?
So yes, I'm from Sacramento, and it's quite the distance from Sacramento to here. But the main thing that brought me to Concordia was that my old coach spoke highly of Freddie Miles, and like he said that I'd make great progress with Miles, and he's coached multiple international athletes, multiple national champions. So I just looked through like Concordia and stuff and saw, hey, this looks like a fun school for me and looks good for me.
I'm sure you were kind of aware it was a new program at Concordia. What maybe excited you about that opportunity?
I'd love to see like a team build from the nothing to something extreme, like exceptional. So I know that this team is going to be exceptional within the coming years. So I'm excited for that.
What's your background been like in competitive lifting, and how did you get started with it?
So I've been lifting for about 5 years, but my very first competition was 2019. This month actually, yes, September 2019 was my very first competition. And after that competition, I fell in love with the sport and wanted to continue competing and improving my lifts.
What was it like? You got here at the semester at Concordia last year. What was it like, kind of trying to get acclimated and getting ready to be in competitions pretty quickly?
Yeah, it was definitely a transition because I'm used to like a big city life, so going to like a little bit less, like more countryside, I'd say. It was definitely a transition, but I felt pretty good with it. I like the small environment, smaller schools, and getting to know all my teachers and stuff. And then getting ready for competition, it was a very quick turnaround, but honestly, I was able to do it, and I had fun just training, so it was pretty easy.
First time visiting Nebraska then?
Yes.
Yes, first time. What have you maybe, like you said, used to bigger cities maybe, but what have you learned to appreciate, I guess, about this kind of life so far?
I like the community. Like everyone knows each other. Like it's very small, and you could like establish some good bonds with people. So that's one big thing I enjoy about this in general, just like getting to know everyone.
And pretty quickly you had a chance to go to compete at the national championships. What stood out to you most about that experience last spring?
It was a blast. Like there wasn't any, like I've done a couple of like national level meets, so I wasn't too worried about it. But just doing a meet with like an actual team, that was the best part about the whole experience.
How has maybe the atmosphere within the team evolved when you know everything was pretty new for everybody, including Coach Miles coming here? How have things kind of changed from going into this school year?
Honestly, like from what I've noticed, we're doing a lot of things for the better. Like last semester, like people really knew each other. We didn't know what to expect. But as we progress into this year and this season, we have a better understanding of like what to do and like how to be a supportive member of the team. So honestly, we just gained a lot more support from everyone, which is great to see.
What's the what are the biggest challenges, I guess, that come with training for the sport and being ready for it, those competitions?
The biggest challenge is just letting your body recover, because we do a lot of like intense workouts and stuff, like an hour and a half to like 2 hour workouts, and just trying to find time for sleep, getting good nutrition and all that stuff is very challenging. And then also as a student athlete, you have to balance school life with your athletic life, so that's another big challenge.
You mentioned that Coach Miles had been kind of recommended by someone you knew in California. What can you say about just getting adapted to his style and his expectations that he has for you?
It was pretty easy, if I do say so myself, because like I wouldn't say my old coach's program and his program are similar, but like just the way they coach and just like how they explain the lifts and stuff is very similar, and like I'm pretty flexible, so I'm able to like adapt to things at a whim, I guess you could say.
Well, as mentioned, you made it to nationals last season. Building off of that, what are expectations like for this season?
Well, we have a big meet in December, which is the American Open Finals, which is a big national level meet. So I'm hoping to perform well at that meet, in hopes to eventually next year represent Team USA.